Hello traders, you're welcome back to the Forex Geek channel, and in this particular video we are going to be talking about institutional trading concepts. All right, we are going to focus on the ICT Reversal Strategy, one of the most effective ways to spot when the market is about to change direction. All right. Most retail traders get caught chasing price. They see candles pushing one way and assume the move will continue. But the reality is that markets are often manipulated by institutions, and those moves are designed to trap traders before reversing. Okay, so the ICT reversal strategy gives us a way to see through that manipulation. Now we're going to be starting with the foundation, and the foundation is liquidity. All right, liquidity is where traders place their stop losses and pending orders. All right, so these zones are like magnets for price because institutions need liquidity to execute their large orders, right? For example, when price is trending down, okay, let's actually look for a valid downward trend, okay? So when price is trending down, for example, and retail traders keep selling, their stop losses build up above recent highs, right? Their stop losses build up above recent highs, right? Now, smart money often pushes price up just enough to trigger those stops before reversing the market lower. That is the essence of a reversal, a liquidity grab followed by a true directional move. Now, it's not like stop hunts happen all the time, okay? It's not every time that you exactly find a stop hunt, smart money trying to grab liquidity and price reversing. You just need to understand, that concept whenever you find it. All right. Now let us talk about the main tools in the ICT reversal strategy. The first is order blocks. Okay. An order block is the last bullish or bearish candle before a strong market move. Institutions often leave these footprints behind, and price tends to return to these levels. Okay, so when you see price tap into an order block after sweeping liquidity, it is often a sign that a reversal is in play. Now, I want to look for a good example. All right. Okay, so we actually had a change of character here, right? You can see that price rose above this high. We're having lower highs and lower lows before, right? And then we had price break above that. So now we have the last bearish candle before that change of character here, right? You can see that that gives us our order block, right? So we can see that price eventually came back and tapped into that order block. Okay, remember that order block is one of the major concepts that we have to be looking at. All right, so remember that order block is the last bullish or bearish candle before a strong move. So if it's a strong bullish move, we're looking at the last bearish candle right before that impulsive bullish move. If it was a bearish move, we're going to be looking for the last bullish candle. Okay, institutions often leave these footprints behind, and price tends to return to these levels like what it did here. Okay, so the second tool is fair value gap, sometimes called an imbalance. This is the space left on a chart where price moves too aggressively in one direction without fully testing both sides of the market. Now, price often, or rather, price likes to return to these gaps, and when combined with liquidity grabs and other blocks, they give a strong indication of potential reversals. Now, you will notice that we had a fair value gap around here. Can you see? We actually had a fair value gap here. You can see the imbalance left here, the space between the high of this candle and the low of the next candle. So there was a fair value gap here. Combine that with the other block that we had here, right? And you can see that price eventually came back, tapped into this other block, filled the fair value gap, and guess what? We had a reversal to the upside. So you can see that this strategy actually worked, right? Now, another key element is the stop hunt. Stop hunts happen when institutions deliberately push price into levels where traders are likely to have their stop losses. Okay, this creates liquidity for the institutions to enter their trades, right? So for us, a stop hunt is often the final signal before a reversal. So how do we put this all together? First of all, you need to identify where liquidity sits on your chart. All right, look at equal highs and equal lows, right? Okay, you can see what we had here now. For example, even though that this was not exactly a perfect equal high and equal low, but sorry, I mean a perfect equal low. Sorry, because this is just a low, right? So in as much as it's not a perfect equal low, but you can see that there was actually some liquidity to be grabbed around here, right? And you see that when price came to this zone, it actually went below this level. Some traders might have been thinking that price was going to reverse around here, right? But guess what? Price grabbed liquidity below this level, tapped into this other block, filled this fair value gap, and reversed to the upside. This was a serious upward move, right? So imagine if you had entered a buy trade, around this other block, and of course your stop loss below the other block zone, and you just target the last high, right? The last high before price came to tap into that other block. You'll see that you would have caught a significant move, right? You can see risk to reward 1 to 4.77, right? So if you had risked about $100 in this trade, you would have been making roughly $477 or thereabout, right? Depending on spread and perhaps a few other factors. Okay, now remember that you have to identify where liquidity sits on your chart. You look for equal highs, equal lows, and obvious zones where stops may be resting. Secondly, you wait for price to sweep that liquidity. If price takes out a major level but quickly rejects it, that's your first cue, right? Then thirdly, you look for price to return into an order block or fair value gap. That is where the reversal setup often completes. Now, the beauty of the ICT reversal strategy is that it is not about guessing. Okay, it's about reading the market structure and understanding how institutions move price. So once you get comfortable with spotting liquidity, order blocks, and fair value gaps, you'll start to see reversals play out again and again. Now, before we wrap up, let me remind you, if you're finding value in this breakdown, hit the like button and click subscribe. It helps the community grow and ensures that you don't miss future strategy videos. And if you've already used ICT reversal strategy in your trading, let me know your experience in the comments below. That is it for this lesson on the ICT reversal strategy. Keep studying liquidity, stay patient, and always let the market come to you. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.